Good Saturday morning. It is Brandon Basic with Basic Properties. The reason for my video this morning is I'm actually headed to the property that I'm going to be closing on this week, and we're about 4 days from starting our renovation. It's going to be about a $40,000 renovation, and I'm actually meeting the contractors there, all of them, to sign the paperwork. So part of the process that I've already done so far is I've gone to the property, I've actually put together a full detailed scope of work. I've gone through and I've gotten bids from them, and I have accepted the bids for different contractors, from electricians to a roofer to a general contractor and so forth. And this morning I'm actually going to meet them at the house to finalize everything, let them know that we will be closing this Wednesday, and to sign all the paperwork. So I wanted to share with you this morning the paperwork that I go through that I think is essentially necessary to protect you, the investor, as well as your private money lender or your hard money lender, or someone in that case that's actually lending you the money, and in some cases it might even be yourself. But one of the things that I do is I've actually have a revised scope of work that I'm bringing. I'm bringing the property inspection report as well, just to make sure that they know exactly what's on the property inspection report that needs to be completed. And all of that information is inside the scope of work. I'm also bringing a picture from either the website picture, or either Home Depot, Lowe's, of all the materials that we're going to be adding to the house. And all of that is described by the model number or the item number inside the scope of work, but I'm actually bringing a picture for each one of them so they know exactly what to look for. Just remember, your contractors are responsible for buying all of the materials. So I don't want them to be any question to say, oh, well, I thought you wanted that one. That's why they have a picture. They know exactly what it costs, and they know what it looks like. They have the model number and so forth. So maybe that can help some of you guys, especially when you're dealing with contractors, because you don't want to get in their way. You want them to do what they do best, and that's remodel, okay? But again, the reason for the video this morning is to share with you. I'm actually going over a bridge right now, so please understand that. That's kind of why I'm looking away. But I definitely want to be safe on the road. But I wanted to share with you guys what I actually do in the form, so that way it can protect you in the future. One of the things that I do is I actually have a project contact form, and it lists every single contractor that's going to be working on the house, and it's got their name and their phone number and even their email address on it. So the person that's going to be staging my house actually has a project contact form, so they know when to contact my general contractor, so they know when the project's done, in case, for example, I'm out of town. My job is to find new deals and to raise more money, not to coordinate exactly what's going on. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't do that. That's just to let them know if I'm busy that the general contractor could be calling them. The next form, which is incredibly important, is your independent contractor agreement. Make sure you have an attorney or somebody draw something up directly for your state that actually protects you, and it lets them know that this contractor does not work for me. They will get a 1099. The next form that I have them done is Exhibit B, which is the payment schedule. So if it's going to be a one-day job, obviously there's not going to really be a schedule. But for my general contractor, I think on this job it's going to be a 3-week project. So we're going to sit down together, and I'm going to have him tell me, what is your goal to have done at the end of week 1? And then we're going to work out together what he needs at the end of week 1. Remember, you don't ever pay for any work up front. You're always ahead on work and behind on money. Always remember that. The third form is your identification and hold harmless and insurance agreement. It's just another agreement stating that your contractors will hold at least $1 million liability, and you will get a copy of that stating with the address of the property that they're working on that that's going to actually be added to their insurance in case something happens. The next form is the W-9. The W-9 is only something that's done once a year for each contractor. It's not something for each project. So if you use the same stager all year long, you're only going to have that stager do it one time. Okay, but if you use different ones, you at least have to have it, and just let them know you will be sending them a 1099. And finally, and almost the most important, is your final and unconditional waiver of lien. This basically protects you and says the project's been done, it's been completed, and you actually don't get them to sign this until you've actually approved all the work that they've done. And once they sign that, that's when you hand over the final payment, only at that time. And what that means is I've been paid, work is complete, that way they can't come back and put a lien against your property. So I wanted to share this information with you guys, and hopefully that it helps you, especially when you're dealing with contractors. It doesn't matter if you're a retail homeowner and you're just going to do a bathroom remodel. This is very, very important for everybody, not just real estate investors. That way it protects everybody involved. So I hope this helps. Again, I'm Brandon Basic with Basic Properties. If you have any questions, you can reach me at www.basic-properties.com. You can also call me at 940-327-9999. Thank you.